Welcome to another presentation at the East Trade Winds, the chapter of the World Referral Network, hosted by Bernie Franzgrote and Wayne Pratt. The presentation today is titled Zeolite, Nature's Answer to Environmental Challenges. Our guest is Mark Watson from Imagine Zeolite. Mark is an influential figure in the environmental sector, currently serves as a key leader at Imagine Zeolite, a company dedicated to advancing sustainable solutions through the innovative use of zeolite minerals. Mark describes how zeolite applications can significantly reduce pollutants and improve ecological outcomes across various industries. His deep understanding of environmental challenges and his ability to propose actionable solutions have established him as a thought leader in promoting sustainability and reducing environmental footprints through advanced material use.
I live in Ottawa, Dunrobin, and Imagine Zeolite has been one of these projects that have been on for many years. Really more of a passion project that is based and surrounded on this miracle mineral called zeolite. Very few people have probably heard of zeolite, but it looks like this green rock in the center. And I became enthralled about it about 15 years ago when I started a company called Earth Innovations, and we developed an eco-friendly alternative to road salt that took off and got distribution in 20 countries around the world as an eco-friendly alternative to road salt. Basically, right now we're focused on three opportunities. It's the agricultural sector, water filtration, and nuclear remediation. What we do is we're finding business applications for this naturally occurring mineral. We've uncovered that zeolite can be used as an animal feed supplement. And specifically, it can reduce the methane output when you combine it with certain ingredients and you feed it to livestock, which is currently one of the largest emitters of greenhouse gases on the planet. It's also used extensively in water filtration around the world. And very interestingly enough, in nuclear remediation. In fact, probably one of the largest applications by volume is nuclear decontamination. This was used extensively at 3 Mile Island. It was used at Chernobyl and is used extensively in Fukushima as probably one of the only substances on the planet that can essentially sequester radioactive isotopes. So the way this miracle mineral, what makes this a miracle mineral, and I use that term, it sounds like a K-Tel commercial, but in fact, it's the Academy of Sciences in the United States that coined it the miracle mineral because it just does everything. At its core, zeolite has got a very high cation exchange capacity. Simply put, it's like a magnet that's negatively charged. And what it does is it attracts positively charged ions. So let's say you have a simple household problem. You've got a cat and the cat pees on the carpet or something. And anyone that's had cats knows that cat urine really stinks. And it stinks because it's full of ammonium. Ammonium is positively charged. So if you put zeolite in the presence of ammonium, it effectively neutralizes the smell of cat urine. So that's just one example. But if you take that same principle and you expose it to a radioactive isotope like cesium or strontium, the same thing happens. You just put it in its presence and it won't eliminate radioactivity because that has a lifespan of a half-life of 10,000 years, but you can sequester it. You can lock it into a molecular cage and thereby safely transport it and lock it away in a vault for forever and ever. And hopefully it will be put somewhere safe that doesn't leach into the environment. So this is one of the interesting things about it, and why it works in cows is in their digestive system. In a rumen, they eat a lot of grass. And if you've ever had grass clippings and and you put it in your compost and you took a whiff of it, it can knock you out. The ammonia in the grass clippings is extremely high. So what happens is there's a biological process that happens in the rumen, and it adsorbs that ammonia. In that process, it it actually there's a biological effect that reduces the methane output of these cows. Right now, there at any given moment on the planet, there are 1.5 billion cows ready to become hamburgers and steaks. And that's a lot of cows. But there's 7 or 8 billion of us on the planet, so it's not really surprising. And there's really zero hope of us becoming vegetarian in the near future. So if we want to deal with methane output of burping and farting cows, we need a solution. And so what we're doing right now is we're working with CIBRIC, which is a Quebec research center, and we're doing a study with them right now where they're quantifying the reduction in methane output through the animal feed formulations that we're creating. So they're doing this in a scientific environment, and it's a 3-year study that we're doing. And once this gets finalized and we have hard evidence that this actually works, we're going to be commercializing this business and scaling it up in a very large way. Currently, our zeolite is CFIA approved, so it's ANSI and NSF approved for water filtration. It's FDA approved by the US Food and Drug Administration, and it is certified organic. So these are pretty amazing qualities. If you look at this little picture here on the right, you'll see it's a very porous structure. So that's what it looks like under a microscope. Anyways, in a short sentence, here is our business model. We take this zeolite, we repurpose it into a format that can be used for different applications, and we then create products that are very unique and targeted to specific sectors. Right now, one of the targets that we're going after is nuclear remediation. Some of you might have heard out in Chalk River, which is outside of Ottawa, there is a nuclear facility there, and they're building a dump, nuclear waste. And so we are now in the process of reaching out to them to use the zeolite as a layer in their waste facility so that inevitably there will be waste. Right now they're using a rubber mat, which does not seem very effective at all. But by layering zeolite at the bottom of this dump, we believe it will prevent the leaching of radioactive isotopes forever into the water table and ultimately into the Ottawa River, which ultimately is where the citizens of Ottawa get their drinking water. This is a target market, and we know that zeolite works. It's been used effectively all around the world, and it's a gigantic market that we're going after. In terms of other problems, we talked about reducing the greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture, for water supply. In addition to the nuclear, we're also doing some tests in a place called Muskrat Lake out near Pembroke. And basically, there's some runoff from farms that's going into a local lake that is completely overtaken by algae blooms. Basically, there's too much phosphorus and nitrogen going into this lake. And so we've done some studies, and we continue to do these studies where water running off these farms goes through a filtration capturing system, which captures the nitrogen and the phosphorus. And then you get clear water going into that lake and a reduction in the algae blooms. Also talking to the city of Ottawa right now about getting them to reduce their use of salt on the roads. Currently, Ottawa is the single largest user of road salt in North America. They use over 175,000 tons of salt every year just to keep our cars safe. We believe that this could be reduced by at least 20% if they substituted to a product like our zeolite. But we've been at this game for 15 years, and they keep saying that they're going to reduce their use of road salt, but year after year, the levels keep increasing. This year, road salt actually declined, but it had nothing to do with their environmental policies. It had everything to do with the fact that we have global warming and there was less snow, so therefore less ice. Anyways, that's a little bit about what we're doing. It's a very large market. We are seeking investment right now. We're looking for $500,000 by June 30th to help us with our R&D commitments, our sales growth, and to build a regional distribution hub for Eastern Canada. So that's essentially a large part of it, the legal, the patenting process, and so on. And we've got a great team. We've got a track record of innovations. We've got a lot of agri-tech expertise within our network, strong green credentials, and tremendous return on investment for those interested. As the saying goes, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. And what drives me, what drives our company, is we all have a deep desire to leave the planet cleaner than we found it. And this is a very concrete example of a product that is reusable, that is sustainable, that has been given to us by Mother Nature. And we need to increase awareness and get people on board with the beautiful solutions it can offer.
Unlock the full potential of networking with the World Referral Network. Are you eager to connect with our esteemed guest speaker and delve deeper into the ever-expanding universe of the World Referral Network? Simply scan the QR code now and embark on a journey of endless opportunities. Join us at East Trade Winds, where we gather online every Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, you're welcome to connect with us and other chapters across the World Referral Network. Seize the moment, register for free, and start exploring today. Fancy sharing your insights as a guest speaker? We're looking for you. Reach out to Wayne Pratt to ignite your speaking journey. Email him at motivateyou.ca or connect with Wayne on LinkedIn. Don't wait. Take action and be a part of a global community that's shaping the future of business networking.